In the Switch market, everyone's trying to come up with the next big thing. You got Zeal doing clickies, trying to be 3 switches in one, RamaWorks Ducks putting pads in between the top and bottom housing to mimic Switch films, Switch designers taking more risks with different types of springs. You know, now that we've had a few years of Cherry not owning the patent to the MX design, we are in the middle of a really exciting era of innovation in the Switch market. So of course, the question is, what's next? These are the Doom tactiles by Keebfront. MF Keeb, the creator of the Switch, actually sent me over some prototypes to talk about with you guys. You know, I could just do a normal Switch review, or I could make this genuinely interesting. Wait, speaking of MF Keeb, have you guys ever watched a Switch review where the creator of the Switch is in it?
Keebfront started Q1 of this year as a passion project. The Doom Switch was really the catalyst to pushing it to become a brand, which is Keebfront in this case, and really just wanted to have their first product as like the foot in the door as a studio slash vendor. It was just more of that challenge to do something outside of my norm.
I'm super happy to have MF Keeb here. He has been such an amazing dude to work with, but I do want you guys to know that I am going to give honest opinions on these Switches. I do have a few critiques, but before we get into that, let's talk about the Switch. Inspired by the Marvel villain Dr. Doom, the colors of the Switch really look cool and resemble the character well.
So the inspiration for the Doom Switch really stemmed from my friend Dark Force. That's what he goes by online. He basically just jokingly said about us making our own ideal tactile Switch. And honestly, the moment that he had said that, it triggered something inside of me to bring it to fruition along with everything else.
They also came in some really cool packaging, which I've never really seen Switches come in before. If you like the aesthetic of the Switches and the branding, there's also the Doom desk mats that you can check out. I have mine right here. If you want to pick up anything from Keebfront, like the Doom Switches, the desk mats, or even their future Switches coming out, please check out my affiliate link down in the description. 2-stage 18mm long spring, palm long pull stem, a nylon PC6 bottom housing, and an HDPE top housing. What the heck is HDPE?
HDPE has been around since the 1950s. It's widely used material because it's recyclable, it's chemically stable plastic, it's elastic, and it's also easy, very easy to mold. If you were to compare that like with wipe, it's much stronger. And most importantly though, it's environmentally friendly. So it's one of those biggest reasons too why it's commonly used in different industries. You can find it in food and beverage containers, plumbing pipe materials, even for skeletal reconstruction. Like it's used all over the place. Honestly, it's interesting that it's not really as adopted within the keyboard hobby.
So this HDPE is a brand new material in the Switch world. Traditionally, it's used in things like bleach bottles because of how stable chemically of a plastic that it is. But what about the feel of the Switch? The combination of a long pull stem with a long 2-stage spring is really giving me Gateron as your dragon vibes, which just so happened to be my favorite tactile. Incredibly snappy bottom out due to the long pull, plus an incredibly snappy return due to the long spring. These are genuinely fun to type on. As someone who found BOBA U4Ts disappointing due to their really mushy bottom out, the Doom Switches seem to do the exact opposite for me. They feel really snappy and really satisfying on bottom out. Where they differ from the Azure Dragons though, is in terms of feel, specifically the shape of the bump. To me, the Dooms have a more rounded, longer bump, while the Azure Dragons feel like they have a P-shaped, quicker bump. Just looking at the Doom's official force curve graph, you can see that the bump is just dummy thick. Now, while sound is subjective, I would describe these as a pop Thock. Deeper than Azure Dragons, not as stocky as BOBA U4Ts. Weirdly enough though, the bottom out to me feels higher pitched than the upstroke collision. And that's kind of why I call it a pop Thock, because it pops from the long pull and then thocks because of the HDPE top housing. Just put some headphones on, let me show you. This one is kind of like do 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 do, and this one is kind of like do 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 do, like going down in pitch, you know, like do 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 do. This one is do 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 do. Maybe I'm psycho for that. I don't know. I just want to say apologies to Keyboard here because I am really stealing his thunder on being the most scientifically accurate keyboard YouTuber. Keyboard, if you're watching this, I love you, dude. Cooper and I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying this video, please consider smashing that like and subscribe. I have a goal of 10K subscribers by the end of summer, so please help us.
with regards to like sound and feel of the Switch. And that's a tough one because it is very subjective in the hobbies, you know. I'd say though it is a combination of Thock and poppy sounds with a rounded medium P bump feel.
Should you lube these? Very important disclaimer, I am using a prototype batch of these switches, and MFKeeb has told us that there are going to be improvements from the round that you guys get if you decide to pick these up. Another disclaimer, I overall think that every tactile switch should be lubed to some extent. I have never experienced a tactile switch that doesn't have either leaf ping or spring ping, or both. Unfortunately, the Doom prototypes that I received had both of those plus a little bit of spring crunch. I know spring crunch is harder to fix, but MFKeeb has stated that they're going to get higher quality springs for the batch that you guys receive. Because of the leaf ping and the spring crunch and slight scratchiness, I would say that these are not for someone who wants a stock experience switch. I think you're gonna need to lube these personally. But lubing tactiles is my default, so I lube these bad boys on stream. And let me tell you, they completely transformed. Not only did they become way smoother, but I got rid of all the inconsistent sounds and they sounded even better. All right, enough talking, just give them a listen. Also, real quick, here's a comparison of the middle row on a Thocky build versus a Clacky build. All right, let's wrap this up. These things feel amazing. They have a great feel, a great sound, and they're using this really cool HDPE material that's giving it such a unique sound profile. These are a win for anyone into medium heavy tactiles that want a really unique sound and don't mind lubing them. And if you're into linears, there's actually a linear version of these. So if you really liked the sound of the tactile version, but you're a linear gang member, there you go.
So with regards to additional information on the linear version of the Doom Switch, it's literally the same specs, just with a linear stem. Reason for putting it in was because of the amount of interest that was behind it.
If you're intrigued at all, go check out Keepfront. The link to Keepfront is down below and it's an affiliate link, so if you want to buy anything and also support the channel, please use that link. My relationship with Keepfront is very strong. In fact, huge announcement, we're making Coley switches a reality. If you don't already know, we posted an interest check to Geek Hack where there's a Google form. I want you guys to help me design this switch. You can pick out the spring weight, if it's linear or tactile, the materials that each of the housings are made out of, even the color scheme is up for grabs. So please get your votes in. Even if you don't think you're gonna be able to buy any of the switches, I would seriously appreciate your feedback.
Keepfront's plans is to just continue to expand on its products and just create stuff that's innovative or at least refreshing. I've definitely got some exciting stuff in the works, including the Coley switch that we've been working on together. That project is really exciting, as I think it's the first time that it's 100% truly community driven, where people are voting and helping us create this product.
And if you want to keep up at all with what's going on with the Coley projects, please join our Discord and join the Coley project team role, as well as check out the channel for it. We're going to be posting updates on desk mats, keycap designs, even potentially a Coley board on top of these switches. Huge thank you to Keepfront for collaborating with me in this video. I'm so excited about this budding relationship. And as always, don't be a stranger.